EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play from scrimmage, Stafford. And his first look is incomplete. You look at this Arizona defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
First run now for Kyren Williams. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Jones on the return. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. To throw, Brissett. He's got the rookie. That's Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. A give up the middle with Benson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Another run here with Benson. And a nice spin into some open field. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Now Matt Prater for the point after. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw is Stafford. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
His throw incomplete.
And see, you look at this defense, you know, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Brissett now. Dancing to his left. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On first down, it's Benson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. He may go.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Cardinals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Prater on to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in
Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Just beating the play clock, Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He was trying to get it to Tutu Atwell there, and it's 3rd and 5. But you look at this defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Stafford. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Play fake. Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A give left side for Benson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Cards have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And he continues to add on to his amazing touchdown total on the ground. That is number 25 for him on the year as he moves ever closer to the all-time record. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback
And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
(21-0) our score after one. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it second down and 12.
Now Stafford.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
3rd and 9 here.
Now it's Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They snap it to Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1.
They run it again with Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Brissett.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Trey Benson
on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Cardinals are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Prater for the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Here's Stafford. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown, LA! Davante Adams. His 104th career touchdown, 1 shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Rams are able to claw 1 back.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
On first down, right back to Benson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now. They go play action with Brissett. It's wheeled in downfield by Johnston. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side for Benson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Third down and 6. They'll go again with Benson.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Trey Benson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Prater on to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Stafford.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And this is good from 57 yards out. That is bombs away right there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Throwing, Brissett.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Tutu Atwell.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Rams take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up 5?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
They run over center with Benson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Brissett delivers on the crosser to McBride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Here's Brissett. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Brissett. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw, Brissett. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
There he goes up the right sideline. And he's going to step out of bounds up past the 40. 60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Hunter. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Down. The 4-3 defense there did its job, funneled things right to the middle linebacker.
If they do a nice job of playing team defense, everyone takes care of their responsibilities. That allows that guy in the middle to do his job, which is search and destroy.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward.
5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Touchdown, Rams! Tyler Higbee from 4 yards out.
And the Rams drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Running out of the gun here with Benson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A handoff here to Benson.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
With 207 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
A give. Here comes Benson. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
16 yards, a first down.
A give up the middle with Benson.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Trey Benson.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Extra point good by Prater. And they open the lead up now to 25. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Right back to Atwell. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
It's caught here by Adams.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Stafford now to throw.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Stafford.
To the right side and complete to Atwell.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw, Stafford. The quick slant caught. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Here we go with Williams. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
They'll start on the ground with Benson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Cardinals, they solidify their spot in the playoffs as they run their mark to 12-4 on the year. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.